Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to part 7 of my StarTropics playthrough. We're just about there, we're on chapter 7, only 2 more to go, and the longest 2 are pretty much done, I think. 8 might be the longest of all the ending stuff that it has, but 7's not too bad. Anyway, so chapter 7, I didn't really quite read it there, but it's about finding the 3 magic cubes. As you can see here, we have the spaceship, and we're sort of just continuing on from where we started off at the end of chapter 6. As you saw, Mike started to walk up between those rocks, and if we walk back down, it's just one of those things that goes on forever, just like when we're in subsea, as I showed in chapter 2, and how the water sort of goes on forever. But then if we start to walk back up, we'll see that the spaceship is right here, so yeah, no more dungeons and tunnels and underground ruins. Everything from now on is taking place inside the spaceship, so here we go. First level of chapter 7, and of course we have to be set back to 3 hearts. Always fun. But luckily, we see the introduction of the 4 heart, which gives us 4 hearts at the same time, which is quite awesome. These eye shooters right here, you can only hit them when the lid is open, so you can do that. This level is actually very big, and as you can see, there's multiple paths to take, like you could go right there instead. This is really one of the only levels that lets you free roam around. You're sort of just, it's up to you to find the end yourself. So I'm not going to show the whole thing, but if you do want to see the whole thing, there's a map you can find on StarTropics.com. There's a link in the bottom, and just go check that out, and it will show you the whole entire level. So yeah, what I just picked up is Vitamin X. As you can see, it just completely fill all of the hearts at the bottom, even ones that I don't actually have. It actually filled those up as well. But as you can see, Mike is pink, and he'll be slowly be losing those the hearts. Even it will slowly decrease to eventually, and will stop once it gets to the maximum that I can hold. But yeah, so Mike's skin turned that sort of pinkish color. Don't do drugs, kids. That's pretty much the main lesson here. You know, when you're going around spaceships and you find a pill on the ground, it's probably not smart to eat it. You just never know what it might be. And yeah, so there's a medicine bottle up there, although we can't reach it from this side, so we're gonna have to keep going this way. As you can see, I found the cleats, and if you look, you can tell that there are some walls that can be destroyed, like that one up there with that weird pattern. If you attack in the middle of it, you will be able to break through, and you'll be able to find an item back there. Just like the way I found the cleats. There was the wall pattern like that, so I knew that I could attack the middle. So yeah, what I just found is the ray gun. I actually like this more than the shooting star. It has pretty good range, pretty good attack, and it has very good speed, so you can use it very fast. These guys here, the space troopers, they're not too bad. The darker yellow ones, they have shorter range, while the green ones have longer range. So yeah, full hearts again. You notice Mike doesn't have his reddish tint to his skin anymore now that his hearts are back to normal. They're not past what the maximum is. So if we go this way, now we're up from where we were before, and we're going to be able to grab this medicine bottle here. And we can use the laser gun to take care of these guys. I don't even think they can reach us from here, the ones at the bottom. Yeah, anyway, let's keep going up. Go across. You can see we have the cleats, so those might come in handy at some point. Here's the green space trooper with the longer range. I'm sort of just taking a ton of hits here, probably because I know that there's tons of health to be found in this chapter. So like here, like I was pointing out, there's that pattern, and up here we found another Vitamin X. So it goes right past our maximum hearts, and while we do that, we'll be that reddish color until it eventually decreases back to normal. But anyway, until then, we're pretty good. See, use the shooting star on him. We'll go down here. So yeah, like I said, we're not going to be seeing all of this level. Like, we didn't see what was over there. But if you do want to see it, just check out a map, and you can see everything. And there's some pretty neat things to be found, although we pretty much got the laser gun, which is one of the things I wanted to show. Well, we just kind of ran out of it. So might as well kill these guys before I get the quad hearts, so we don't waste one. And yeah, there we go with that. And here, we're going to see the space riders. So you just sort of ride these bikes and they come at you. It's not good if they hit you, so you always want to be alert and try to hit from both sides. And here he's picked up the laser gun that has 99 ammo, which will be very useful because already, in only like a few minutes, we're already at the boss. So let's switch to the laser gun, go through here, and as you can see, we have the anklet here. And what we want to do here is switch to the cleats, and we can just press B and we can attack all of them at the same time. So we have the jetpack jumpers there. And we just want to keep pressing B and we'll just keep attacking them. I'm not too worried about the damage. We also have a medicine bottle. Just keep using B. And then switch to the laser gun. and then just jump and hit. Like all other bosses, touching them will be a one-hit death, unless you're flashing. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do for them. You can take the hits, doesn't really matter, unless you're trying to look really cool or something. Which I probably should be trying to do, but doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyway, so that's the end of the first dungeon, or I don't know if you really call them dungeons anymore inside of Spaceship, but the first level of Chapter 7 already. There we go. And we have exactly 74,700 points, 747. It's funny how that number had to come back. Anyway, now saving, and good luck. So yeah, here we have a really poor attempt at a maze, as you'll see. We have 3 staircases, so let's go on the top one. And if we do, it will lead us down here. And when we go in this staircase, it will lead us to here. So, oh man, I wonder which staircase is the right one. So yeah, that's probably the saddest attempt at the maze I've ever seen. Even worse than those ones you like get at McDonald's when you're 4 years old. So anyway, and here we have what looks like the first magic cube. Yeah, 1 magic cube. You feel strange power flow into your weapon. Your weapon's shooting star becomes the supernova. And this weapon is awesome. And you will see in this level just how awesome it is. Increased attack power, increased range. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. If sliced bread were in this game. So look, increased attack and full screen range. It's awesome. These hearts are here, just in case you get game over or something and you're set back to 3. It gives you a chance to get the shooting star and almost the supernova. Since, yeah. Actually, no, it will give you the supernova. My bad. Anyway, so hit that guy. We're gonna get these. So we're just sort of going here. We're gonna get the laser gun and more hearts. They just really give out hearts in this level. Although it's good because there's a lot of things later on which are going to deal some massive damage. So you might see these cracks here in the wall to the north. I'm gonna pick up a medicine bottle here, which will probably be useful later in the chapter. So yeah, as you can see, this level definitely doesn't have that sort of a free-roaming nature that the last one did. Because the last one, you pretty much could go anywhere you wanted, and it was up to you to find out how to get to the end. But this one sort of just led to the end, although nothing wrong with that, just like all the other levels. So these guys can jump from tile to tile. It's kind of dangerous. And these guys, they just follow along the floor and try to shoot at you when you're within their sight. Not too hard to deal with. Then we have these spike shooters here. They will continually shoot spikes until you're out of their sight. And then, yeah, that's when you can take your chance to sort of get out of the way. And if we go up here, we're going to start doing this again. And we can pick up these 4 hearts, which should be helpful. And we go up here, and use this teleporter to teleport us to another part of the level, where we're going to be dealing with this. So shoot that, and one more to deal with. And dealing with that one will cause an invisible tile to appear, and we can proceed through this door, which leads us to this room. And now, we have the introduction of the satellites. They're pretty much just like the bats that we saw in the other levels. The gray ones, they just fly around, and the red ones that we see later will actually shoot at us. Here, we have the super ray gun. Its range isn't as good, although it's wider, so it can attack three tiles wide. So the one that you're shooting on, and then the one above and below it. So here we have another Vitamin X, although I'd rather kill this guy first, so at least if we lose any health, doesn't really matter. So yeah, just lose as much health as you want, and then get it anyway. And then lose that health that I said I didn't really want to lose, like that. That was pretty bad. Anyway. So I just want to turn around and shoot that, much like the bowling ball, the red one, when we were sort of running away and shooting back. Now we have 99 ray gun. And here we see the introduction of the electricity, and this sucks if you accidentally run into it, because you have no idea where it's going to appear. It can appear anywhere, and if you accidentally run into it, it really hurts. And as you see, we also can't shoot through it, so it's really annoying, even though they can, which is really cheap. So that's one down. Oh darn, getting like double teamed here. So let's see. So as soon as you lose the supernova, which is probably my favorite weapon in the whole game, I always switch back to the laser gun, since I like it more than the shooting star. It just feels better to use, really. Faster speed. Although luckily with those quad hearts, we should be able to get our supernova back, or we would have been able to before I took that hit. As you can see, here's the red satellite I was talking about that actually shoots at us as well. Luckily with the laser gun, it's not too bad, and we shouldn't have any problem dealing with this, the golden jetpack jumper. So we saw the two white ones in the last level, and they sort of just moved around, and we didn't really get to see too much of what they do, since we beat them so fast thanks to the cleats. And I'm getting destroyed here, so let's heal up. And there we go. And we have the door to the right, which we will go out, and we also have this to the north. As you see, there's absolutely nothing in here. It's completely pointless. I have no idea why it's here. Although once when I was a kid, there was a glitch where when I came back out through that door, the boss came back, and I actually got killed by it since I came in contact, which really sucked. Anyway, supernova back, which is quite awesome. Then we have this, which will help take us up to 99 laser gun again. And then here we have another 20 of the super laser gun, which is very helpful. And we have to deal with this guy again, since leaving the room causes the enemies to come back. And we want to head to the right and go through here. So we have lots of red satellites shooting at us at this part, and we definitely don't want to get hit, especially when we're on top of these, which are pretty much the equivalent of sinking tiles in the spaceship. And getting destroyed again is always fun. So yeah, there we go. Getting past all these guys. If you get hit, it stuns you for a second, so if you get hit while you're on the sinking tiles, it would cause you to pretty much fall through and die. But what we have here are the heat tiles, and we don't want to touch these because they take off a massive amount of health. So basically, if you just tried to run across without doing this the right way, you'd be pretty much at like less than like 5 hearts for the boss, which is in the next room. So what you want to do is you want to wait until you have enough room here to go. Then you want to jump up like this, and just work your way across. So jumping down, you take your time, there's not really any rush, there's no time limit. And there we go, we made it across. So yeah, for the boss, we're going to use the laser gun to start. What we want to do is we want to push it back enough so that we can hit that switch. So let's see, let's keep hitting it. And then when we hit that, we'll have to run back and get this, which will cause part of the floor to disappear. Now what we want to do is we want to knock it off the edge. And when we knock it off the edge, it will kill it. That's not the only way to kill it. If you can actually not hit the initial switch and just keep shooting it. And after about 15 minutes, it actually will die. I've actually done it before. So what I usually do is I usually start with the laser gun, and then I move to the supernova, which is slower, but it's of course powerful and has that distance which we want. So yeah, that's it for the second dungeon of Chapter 7 already. And here we go. Wow, you've done it! Once again. The last level of Chapter 7. And then that drops us off into what is actually a pretty decent maze. I mean, that last one, it was just supposed to fool you, like, haha, it's a fake kind of terrible maze, because this one is the real deal. Trying to find our way to that blue magic cube that we just saw. So yeah, let's go up here and see what we have. So now we are going to want to go this way and keep going. And let's see. So keep going. It's just pretty much just a lot of walking and just figuring out. So it really sucks when you go the long way because you have to walk all the way back, and it's not a super amount of fun. So let's just keep going up, and then that should take us to here, and then we can go to the left, and then we have the blue magic cube. Yeah, got another magic cube. So the first one made our weapon better. Let's see what this one will do. You feel strange power flow into yourself. Your life level is fully increased, so yeah. Just like the Vitamin X brought us all of our health, now we don't need to worry about that anymore. It won't decrease, and it won't make Mike's skin like break out in rash, because now we can have as many hearts as it can hold. So everything is ready. Now for the last magic cube. You shout, "It's moving! An earthquake? Oh no! We're taking off!"